here we are. We got this. It's cold. Why is it so cold? I don't know what the temperature is. Hey Google, what's the temperature? 10. It's 10. Why is it 10?
Something went wrong.
Yeah.
Try again.
I know something went wrong. It's 10 degrees outside. Utterly ridiculous. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Today is Wednesday, November 13th, 2019. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee, and apparently the only way I will keep from freezing to death. I mean, I don't mind winter. I don't mind the cold. But there's a limit, and there's a point that you should slide into. We're not there yet. It's November. It should still be, like, oh no, it was 28 last night. Good morning, Stacy. And then during the day, it should be warmer, and the snow that's out there should be gone. It should have melted already. I reject this ridiculousness, and I just spilled coffee on my leg. I gotta stop complaining. The cat is posted up next to one of the heating vents. I think I've mentioned this before. I've got what was given to me as a short, nightstand bedside table. Good morning, Frank. But I use them as plant stands. I've got a couple of them, and one of them sits over a forced air vent, and I've got an aloe plant on it, and it loves that spot. It doesn't quite get as much light as it should, but it's dry and warm, and it believe it or not, thrives inside over the winter. But of course that traps much of the heat, and so the cat stays there when the vent's on, and she's in her own semi-open air warm bubble. Well, other than cats being warm and coffee and cold outside, what's going on? Well, I'll tell you. She is a smart kitty, most of the time. Yesterday, like Monday, like today will be like the rest of the week, there isn't a lot on my plate. There aren't a lot of different things, I guess is what I should say. There's plenty to do. And what have I been working on? Or getting inventory going and ordering things. And Stacy's chiming in, free, I like it written that way, free training day, which is on Saturday in Woodstock, Vermont, Woodstock Union Middle High School. And it's all set. It's good to go. Other than the things that I had to do ahead of time, like making sure the shirts were ready and lining up the instructors and the schedule and such. Do you know when I prepare for this event? You know when I do the actual planning for the day of the event? The day before. It takes me, I think I've got 2 hours carved off, because you know what I have to do? Very little. I have to bring pens and release forms. And that's it. Because it's super simple. It's easy. There's no payments that I have to worry about. Nobody gets anything. They come, they sign a release form, they put their email address down if they want to join the newsletter list, and that's it. It's easy, and I love it. It is one of my favorite things of the year. There is probably no more Jeremy-style martial arts event than Free Training Day. It's, hey, bunch of people that are my friends, would you all come together at this spot and share things that you know? And they say yes. Are you going to pay me? No. Your payment is that you get to train with everyone else. It is an attempt at having as little ego as possible. No ego. I'm tired of ego. It sucks. It's ruining the martial arts. So we get rid of the ego and we all train. I'm not even on the roster this year. Maybe next year I'll bring a dog. Wouldn't be a great spot for a dog, but maybe next year I'll have a dog. I've been looking. I am looking. When I find the right one, I gotta make sure that the dog gets around along with the fuzzball over there. If I get the right dog, it'll be good for her. She doesn't get a lot of interaction. She's got me, and she looks at me as a source of food and something warm to sit on. That's about it. She doesn't like to play too much anymore, but maybe a dog would get her to move around a bit. What else going on? Product stuff. Recorded an episode yesterday. Went well. Dogs have masters, but cats have staff. 100%. Completely accurate. Why? I understand why we domesticated dogs. I don't understand why we domesticated cats. I mean, I like cats, but why did we go through that work? Seems like a lot of work to get what we have. She knows I'm talking about her and she's ignoring me. 10 degrees. What is this crap? Today, Wednesday, November 13th, 2019, is World Kindness Day. Nice. It has been said, remember, there's no such thing as a small act of kindness. Every act creates a ripple with no logical end. Scott Adams. I like Scott Adams. If you don't know Scott Adams, he's the one who does Dilbert. I agree. One of my goals isn't the right word, but one of the ways I try to live my life that I fail at over and over again, but I still try, is to treat everyone with the compassion that I would treat them if I knew they were considering taking their own life. Because here's the thing, you don't know. You don't know how many people are thinking about that. And if we walked around with these, if there was some way to outwardly express, with like color or something, our emotional state, we'd treat each other differently. We tend to assume everybody is all set, good to go, happy, content, healthy. They didn't just have some traumatic event happen to them 10 minutes ago. So our expectations are often really, really high. Most of the time in life, I assume the best. But when I'm dealing with people, when someone's maybe not being so nice or something, I try to assume the worst. I try to assume that if I knew what was going on with them, I would be blown away at how well they were doing. I try to cheer them up. I try to make them laugh, smile. I've had days, I don't know about you, where the best part, sometimes the only good part I could point at, was the nice thing somebody said to me, or the way the conversation I had with a stranger. When everything's going well, those interactions seem trivial. But when they're not, they're huge. So don't be afraid to spread that, because you don't know how that impacts someone's day and how that action impacts the way they're going to interact with someone else. There's a lot there. So, yeah, I like that quote. I'm going to read it one more time. It has been said, remember, there's no such thing as a small act of kindness. Every act creates a ripple with no logical end. Good stuff. How can something as soft and nice as kindness be used to prevent a fight? Well, how do most fights start? Someone not being nice, intentionally or accidentally. Think of all the cliches of how fights start. Someone bullying someone, and the person being bullied stands up for themselves. Or somebody bumps into somebody in a bar or some social gathering. It doesn't mean that kindness can completely eliminate people's failings. It doesn't mean that it's a cure-all, but it's free and it's easy. As one of my mentors has said to me many times, there is strength in vulnerability. If someone bumps into you and they get upset about it, you don't have to get upset back. Say, oh, wow, hey, it's all good. Buy him another drink. Would you rather spend $6 or get in a fight? Doesn't matter who bumped into who. What if that person was shoved and it wasn't their fault? What if they tripped? What if they've had the worst day of their life? You don't know. Martial arts gives us a set of tools with which to interact with other people, but only in a limited context. Martial arts, while we talk about kindness and being fair to people and bullying and things like that, we talk about that often within the context of martial arts. It is not inherent to what martial arts are. The ways we learn how to interact with people in martial arts are physically interactive, aggressive or defensive behaviors. The way we interact with people day to day is rarely that. It's much more verbal and gentle physical and incidental physical. It's not intentional physical. So we have to round out that skill set. And what if we trained as hard being nice and being kind, being empathetic, as we did punching and kicking and forearms and sparring? One of the things I've prided myself on is that I really do my best when I'm talking to other people. I don't always get it right, but I get it right often enough that people notice. I'm not dumb. Everyone doesn't like me. I'm fine with that. Well, I'm getting better with being fine with that. But from what I have heard, even the people who don't like me think I'm a good person. And I'll take that. Because that's more important. Even the people I don't like, I try to treat with kindness. Because you don't know what's going on. There are people in and around my life that I don't like. I mean, just flat out, I do not enjoy their company. I don't want to associate with them. I have no desire to have a conversation or a meal with them. But I know something about their background and their upbringing. And I understand why they are the way they are. It doesn't give them a pass on being a jerk. but at least I understand. And I don't take it personally. At least I try not to. Oh, my neck's tight. I went to the gym last night. How can something as soft and nice as kindness be used to help us in everyday life? I think we talked about that just now. The more good we put out, the more that's going to come back. The more we as martial artists treat others better, the more the world associates kindness with being a martial artist. What does the world associate with being a martial artist right now? Self-defense skills, discipline, focus, maybe some other things. I don't think generally the average person thinks that martial artists are kind. Why not? There's no reason they can't. One of the things when if you want to be blessed, then you must become a blessing. I like that. One of the things when I'm consulting with martial arts schools is I'm advising them, you need to get out there, you need to be more visible. And the first place that most schools go is fundraising. And that's great, that works. That's a wonderful opportunity for a write-up in a newspaper or a feature on TV or on the radio. But what about just getting the school together and doing something that has nothing to do with martial arts? What if your school was known that once a month there was some kind of charitable endeavor or just community endeavor? You know, 1 month you're at Habitat for Humanity building a house, and then 1 month you're cleaning up trash on the side of the road. 1 month you're at a nursing home putting on a play. I don't know. There's no shortage of ideas. Maybe some of them aren't very good, but I think you get the point. To me, being a martial artist is having some responsibility for your community. It's not just speaking up and taking action when someone is being physically harmed. But it's a responsibility for making things better. Martial arts makes us better. We have the responsibility to make the world better. So if you have a martial arts school, you should consider getting your students together. If you're a student at a martial arts school, which you probably are, there's no reason you can't grab a few people, wear your school shirt, and go do something good for the world. If you don't have a school shirt, check out the Buy Whistlekick program. We do co-branded shirts. So what's going on today? Consulting and email and more product stuff and more product stuff. Got this apparel product I'm trying to bring out. Struggling to find the right designer. Figure it out. So, okay. Yeah, I think that's all to say today. If you want to ask a question, drop it below. I'll answer tomorrow. If you're listening, and you can listen, this is available in audio. You can check it out, any podcast app. Email me, jeremy@whistlekick.com. Don't forget our other show, Martial Arts Radio, available here on YouTube and anywhere else you might think of. What else? Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on notifications because this show goes live every weekday morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern, here on YouTube. And now, drum roll for your homework. Be kind. You probably saw that one coming. I don't want to give you a certain number of kind actions. I don't want it to be anything like that. I just want you to go through the day with kindness in your heart and just see when you can act from that. Don't let other people take it away from you. Because you deserve better. Others deserve better. Don't let one person ruin it for everyone else. Okay. I'm going to stay warm by drinking coffee. Have a great day. Take care. Peace.